Hi, James Willoughby here, where every week we talk about what's happening in Austin real estate. Today is tax day, April 15th, so don't be scared. Write your checks, file your extensions, get things done. Anyway, let's take a peek at what happened last week. So, as you may recall, we kind of had a surge of active listings, which brought us up to about 9,500 the week before, and now we're at 9,800. Um, Still not scaring me. We are approaching the 10,000 mark, and we'll probably hit it in the next 2 weeks, I'm thinking. But how does that relate to what's going on in our world? Well, let's look at new actives, new active listings versus new pending listings. This kind of tells the story. So the blue is the demand curve. This is where we're at in terms of pending listings, and you can see that the market has been pretty darn good. 800 to 900 and then over 900 up to, like 950. So we're still above 900 pendings. So that means that the home went under contract in the last week. We had 947 listings go pending. Okay. Now we jump up to the red graph. Remember last week we talked about, well, we had a weird surge in new listings. So the activity was high. We had 1,328 new listings. I said then it's probably not a trend because you see how that graph zigzags. That graph goes up and down. Well, went back down this week, so we're at 1,047. Still higher than what we sold. So what went pending. So am I worried about that? Not really. I'll show you another graph that shows you how many listings are coming off the market each week. And that might make you feel a little bit better. Here it is right here. We call them failed listings, okay? So last week we had 156 listings fail to sell. And in fact, the prior 2 weeks we had almost 300 fail to sell. So what's happening is a lot of people are, maybe they were on the market over the holidays and now, 3.5 months later, they're like calling it quits. So we regularly see listings that are not priced right or not in, let's just say, sellable condition based on the current market anyway. They come off the market. So that's keeping our overall numbers in check. In fact, that's the next thing we want to talk about is weeks of inventory. Okay, so this blue line here is where we're at. So we actually went from 10.4 to 10.35 weeks of inventory. So it's leveled out. It's kind of spiky, just like everything else. But at 10.35 weeks of inventory, gosh, it's actually pretty good. Now, if you're a seller in an area that's saturated, and there are areas that are saturated where there's a lot of new home competition, it's going to be longer than that. If you're more into the core of Austin, or you're in suburban areas where there's not as much construction, homes are selling much faster. So it's kind of a tale of two different markets as far as the speed of which they sell for. Now, the one thing I was going to bring up and show you today is, that we just got through the end of the first quarter, and we kind of do some comparisons in terms of, total number of sales, okay, actual closings between last year and this year. Actually, these are the March statistics rather, and we're showing that we are really only off by like 1.4%. So the sales are, within just a few units of each other, actually. So that's not even a significant statistical variance. Number of pendings over that period of time last month are actually up by 4%, although new listings up by 10%. So we're having more activity. We're also having a few more listings come on the market. Where we talked about failed listings, about the same number of failed listings. So that's interesting. So, and then average sales price, we're actually up by 2.2% year over year. So, and then median sales price, which is the middle, we're actually down by 1%. So when those numbers are that close, there's no trend in terms of value. We're basically kind of in a static situation as far as appreciation is concerned, year over year. And always talk about interest rates. This week they bounced up just a hair, like a point 0.06 or 0.06%, so not significant at all. The 15-year tracks nearly the same. It bounced up a little bit more for reasons we don't know, but rates are, let's not say they're cooperating necessarily, but rates are about the same as they've been for the last several months. So we do feel like the rates are not going to dramatically drop. So if you're waiting to buy or waiting to sell, rates to go down, probably not going to see much of a rate movement this year. So that's what we see so far, and we're excited to let you know we're fully in the spring market. In fact, I was reading an article today from Realtor.com. It's one of those sensational articles that this week is the best week to put your home on the market. So we put homes on the market every week. I think we have 3 going on this week. So statistically, and this is a national stat, this is the week. I think in Austin, I don't think there's a week, but there's many weeks. March, April, May, and June, best time to be on the market. So anyway, if you have any questions about your home value, let us know. And then catch us on YouTube. We're going to do a YouTube video. It'll come out next week about protesting your taxes and what to look for there. All right, until next week, have a good one, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks.